The dollar coin. Now in Canada, we've had a dollar coin for about 7 years. About 2 years ago, we brought in a $2 coin, and now we're introducing a $5 coin. Our $1 coin is called the loonie. The $2 coin is called the toonie. Now we're about to introduce the $5 coin. It has a maple leaf on it and a wooden texture, so people have taken to calling this coin the Woody.
Congratulations, Canada, on getting your first Woody.
We're doing a story on your state capitol building here, and it's a downscale replica of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., and our Capitol building in Canada is actually a downscale model of your Capitol building, except it's made out of ice. It's an igloo, you see. And we're worried about global warming and the fact that it might melt, so we're putting a dome over it. But in order to pay for it, we have to attract tourists. Would you be interested in visiting the Canada's national igloo?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Sure. Congratulations, Canada, on preserving your igloo.
Congratulations, Canada, on preserving your national igloo.
Yes, indeed.
Well, congratulations, Canada, on becoming part of North America.
Thank you very much. Who's the governor of Arkansas now?
It's Mike Huckabee.
Mike Huckabee.
Mike Huckabee.
Does he have an education at all, or?
Oh, yes. He's a college graduate.
I think he is college educated, though, at least.
He seems like an intelligent guy.
Yes, he does.
Do you think he would know much about, say, Canada-U.S. relations, anything about Canada?
I would think so. I would hope so.
Hi, I'm Governor Mike Huckabee of Arkansas, wanting to say congratulations, Canada, on preserving your national igloo.
Thank you, Governor. Thanks for being part of 22 Minutes.
Thank you.
The most watched news team in Canada.
Excellent.
Thank you. Excuse me, Secretary, question from Canada, from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Prime Minister Jean Poutine said that he wouldn't endorse any candidate in this race. The Prime Minister of Canada, Jean Poutine, said that he would not endorse any candidate in this race, and today he said that he believed that George W. Bush should be the man to lead the free world into the 21st century. How important is this endorsement?
I think he's a very smart man to make that endorsement because he's exactly right.
Governor Engler, question from Canada. Question from Canada. Prime Minister Jean Poutine said that he wouldn't endorse any candidate in this election. Now he said that he believes George W. Bush is the man to lead the free world into the 21st century. Is this an important endorsement?
I certainly think he's got very good judgment in making that kind of a statement about George W. Bush.
Do you believe Mr. Bush will be happy to hear about Mr. Poutine's endorsement?
I think he'll be very, very ecstatic to hear that. I know he thinks very highly of him and regards him very highly. So
thanks very much.
Very happy to hear that.
Governor Bush, a question from Canada. Good luck. Question from Canada.
All right, what about it?
Prime Minister Jean Poutine said that he wouldn't endorse any candidate. He says that you look like the man who should lead the free world into the 21st century. Yeah, so what do you think about that? How's his endorsement?
Well, I appreciate his strong statement. He understands I believe in free trade. He understands I want to make sure our relations with our most important neighbor to the north of us, the Canadians, is strong, and we'll work closely together.
From Canada. Do you think Al Gore would know that Toronto was the capital of Canada?
Well, I would hope so, but he probably does.
You don't hear him talk about Canada, do you?
No, you don't. Of course not.
That's true, you don't. No.
Do you think he'd know that Toronto was the capital of Canada?
Well, I'll give him credit. He might know that.
So you two are big Gore supporters?
Very much so.
Pretty politically active?
Very much so.
Yes. Do you think it might be a good idea if Canada allowed daily newspapers?
Definitely think so. Why don't they?
Congratulations, Canada, on reaching a population of 1 million.
Will you be voting for Gore?
I believe so. Congratulations, Canada, for legalizing VCRs.
So you used to work in news?
I did for about 15 years. Congratulations, Canada, on legalizing staplers.
Congratulations, Canada, on getting the electric lights in Parliament.
Congratulations, Canada, for finishing the channel to China.
If you were a Canadian, you would like to see Canada allow daily newspapers.
Absolutely.
So we should have a daily newspaper in Canada?
I would think that for those people that would take advantage of it, certainly.
Mr. Gore, question from Canada. You know, it is a tradition that newly elected presidents always make their first foreign visit a trip to the capital of Canada. Can we expect to see President Gore in Toronto in the new year?
Well, I'm just focused on the election.
Do you think he'd know, like, that Toronto was the capital of Canada?
Well, yeah, if you think that's real important.
Congratulations, Canada, on getting a second area code.
Well, see, in Canada, we're on a different clock. We've always been on a 20-hour clock, which is similar to the French. And now there's some discussion that we should finally get in line with the United States and move on a 24-hour clock.
So it's not synchronized with U.S.?
No, because an hour of Canadian time actually has like 65 American minutes. So the problem is, you as an American, you come to Canada to visit, and then your bus leaves at 4:30, and then you show up for 4:30, and it's really leaving what you really on our clock 10 after 5. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I do, and I think you should go with U.S. time.
It would be very confusing. This is the first I've heard about it. I had no idea that Canada was on a 20-hour clock.
But it's actually the same amount of time, but just our minutes are longer.
Okay.
By American standards.
Well, I think it should be switched.
Yeah.
Canada, please move to the 24-hour clock.
Who's the governor now?
Thomas Vilsack.
His name's Tom Vilsack.
Tom Vilsack. He's a lawyer by trade, I believe?
He's a lawyer.
So he's an educated man?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
The man is very smart. If he needs to know it, he knows it.
Hi, I'm Governor Tom Vilsack from Iowa. Canada, congratulations on your new 24-hour clock.
It was recently revealed that 70% of grade 7 students in Canada couldn't find their state on an unmarked map and also couldn't name their congressman. Do you think this indicates that there's a crisis in our education system in Canada?
I think that would definitely indicate a crisis.
That's pretty sad, yeah.
Yeah? What about yourself?
Yeah, I think it's disgraceful that people are that unaware of the world that they live in.
Home state in Canada, there's really not that many of them, correct?
No.
There's like
11.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Congratulations, Canada, on allowing dogs as house pets.
A recent survey in Canada showed that 70% of grade 7 students couldn't find their home state on an unmarked map. Do you believe that this shows that there's a crisis in Canada's public education system?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. Hang on. Canada has provinces.